Good morning. I'm in the attic. In fact, I'm in the train room. So if you're into model trains, you may want to check out my other channel called Engage on a Shelf, where I'm going to be building a model railway over the next couple of years. Right. The purpose of this video is to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'm not going to be putting out any videos until the new year. I'm going to be busy, you're going to be busy, so what's the point? So the next video will be Phuket Country Club, and it will go out on the first Wednesday in January. Now I'm hoping to play on the 27th and the 1st. I haven't picked up a club since I got back, so I'm looking forward to that, although I doubt the score will be any good, but then sometimes the score doesn't actually matter, does it? Yeah, so hopefully the weather will let me get out, and I hope that the weather through January, February, March is a lot better than last year, and I can keep getting out. I suppose I could go to the range, but I really hate hitting range balls off range mats. Not really my cup of tea, to be honest. I don't think you learn much. So, quick question about the journey, jet lag and heat. So on a Friday I get out of bed at 7 in the morning, I go to work, and then after work I head off to Heathrow, and my normal flight takes off at about 9:15 in the evening. Then got 12 hours in front of me to get to Bangkok, hour and a half on the ground, and then an hour and a half to Phuket. About 40 minutes to get through immigration and passport and that, and then find your driver who's holding up the placard with your name on, and then you're off to the hotel, assuming your driver actually knows the way to the hotel. What I wasn't ready for was the traffic around Patong, where I was staying, is absolutely criminal. You know, it's crawling through the town at 2 miles an hour. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. So there's a very long time between waking up and your head hitting the pillow. It's in excess of 24 hours. Now some people can sleep on the plane. I've never been able to achieve more than 1 or 2 hours at a stretch. And then you wake up stiff as a board and pins and needles because they're not really that comfortable. I'm not a bad flyer. I'm not afraid of flying. I don't care when we get a bit of turbulence and it bumps up and down, because that's interesting. I'm just a bored flyer, and there's only so many videos you can watch on a plane before even that is boring. And then I go off to bed, and of course I should sleep 10 hours. Some people do. They get to their hotel, they have a shower, they get into bed, and they don't wake up until the following afternoon. They get in excess of 12 hours. I've never been able to do that. I go to bed absolutely shattered, and then a little while later I'm wide awake, and then that's it until eventually you're so tired that you do actually fall asleep around about 5 AM, and then at 7 the alarm goes off. I don't normally play the first day. I did this time, simply because I know this is the last time. The plan was very simple: to go up to Lock Palm much later in the day, after lunch, go and use the driving range. But then I remembered that it's very hot, it's very sunny, and the chances of me actually hitting more than 20 balls is rather slim before I have to dash for some shade. So there seemed little point in going all that way to the golf course to hit 20 balls. So it kind of like morphed into hitting 20 balls and then having a round of golf. And certainly through the latter half of the back nine I was completely out of energy and cooked. Then the second round at Phuket, which you haven't seen yet, that was a bit of a disaster. It was a hot, sunny day again, and I had a caddy who Wouldn't park me in the shade. I'll say this all on the video, and in fact there is a rant that goes into more details, but let's just say that it was exceptionally hot and sunny, and I finished the round with a blinding headache and simply so overheated. Now, finishing with a headache isn't anything new for me. It happens here. If I'm out in bright sunlight, I'm going to finish the round of golf with a headache. It's as simple as that. I've worn a hat ever since I was a little kid, and I've worn dark glasses ever since I was a little kid. It's a little thing called scotopic sensitivity. So you are very sensitive to bright lights, and you get a lot of headaches and sometimes migraines because of it. And of course you do get overheated. You know, once your core body temperature goes up, then you are in bother. Then you have to do things to cool down. I've got a face flannel, and I simply fill a bag with ice and water, and I will simply wash myself as best I can. Just to, sometimes even the shirt will come off, and the caddy will wash me down. First time that happened to me was, oh good grief, about 13 years ago. We were just coming up to the drink stop, about the 12th on Lam Shabang, and I was flagging, and the caddy dragged me into the drink stop, and the shirt came off, and she washed me down, and she stuck me in front of one of the fans, and I was there for, I don't know, about 20 minutes. We let two groups through anyway. So I do get overheated, and when you get overheated, it kind of affects this, your bits and pieces inside that handle food. And well, let's put it this way. I took Imodium 4 times on holiday, and it was nothing to do with what I'd eaten. It was everything to do with the heat. And of course my fair share of Thai ibuprofen, which is double strength of what you get here. Probably not advisable, but it's the best way I know of getting rid of a stinking headache caused by sunshine, especially when you get the tension in your shoulders and everything else. So why go? Well, I love the golf courses, most of them, and I love the Thai people, and it is just an absolute blast playing golf out there and learning about golf out there. First time I went, I thought I was the bee's knees, but every golf course beat me because I was still playing English golf. And when I went home from the first trip, it's surprising. You get back to your own golf course and you stand on the tee and you go, jungle? No, there isn't any. Out of bounds, right next to the fairway? No, it's the out of bounds is way, way over there. Water? Nope. Fairway bunkers? Nope. Wide fairway? Yep. All of a sudden, golf on your own golf course looks a piece of cake. You know, there's a few reasons why my handicap dropped from 8 to 5 in 2 Thailand trips. 3 shots doesn't sound a lot, but you try it. You try getting from 8 to 5 in 2 years on your own golf course. But you learn an awful lot about how to play golf. So that's that. I'm going to, as I say, shut down for a couple of weeks, and I'll see you in the new year. Cheerio.